Welcome to my unit plan on solving equations. My name is Trevor Tinker, and let me show you what I've learned. Now, this unit plan deals with the California state standards, often addressing basic Algebra 1 concepts such as interpreting expressions and solving equations and rearranging them. The ISTE standards used often deal with safe interaction in the classroom, working together, and safe means and creative uses of technology. The objectives of this unit are very simple. All Algebra 1 classes use this, and currently my Integrated Math 1 class uses this. This just exemplifies all the different points mentioned in the state standards, and it looks like a lot, but it honestly is every little step that the students need to know, from knowing the different parts of an algebraic expression to working and applying multi-step equations to real-world scenarios. In summary, my unit plan is about 16 days, and it includes review days. Again, my lesson plan spans from algebraic expressions to solving multi-step equations. But here's where things are, well, less redundant. The traditional math classroom focuses on lecturing to the students and having them practice. And while that drilling process is not absent in my classroom, I work to put things in the hands of the students and allow them to interact with the math and with each other. I believe this will promote greater comprehension of the material, and it is all embodied in a summative assessment, a project that encompasses every aspect of their learning at this point. Accessibility is super important to students. We need to give students equal access to all the material, and this can be done with technology. There's a lot of assistive technology out there, and iPads and computers and laptops, they are all fantastic for leveling the playing field to give students that opportunity. But what about accessibility in learning? You see, this is not about technology here, but more about how students learn. Can we level the playing field for all students to learn? Yes, we can. With Howard Gardner's multiple intelligences, we are able to focus on the unique individual aspects of each student in terms of their learning. For visual, providing visuals, making sure that students can see things happening. For the kinesthetic, to make sure that they are moving. For the verbal, to make sure that they are speaking. For the musical, to allow them to hear and pick up on the patterns. For the naturalist, to allow for their intuition to come to play. For the logical, to provide systematic responses and learning. For the interpersonal, to work together. And for the intrapersonal, to reflect. The ways I do this in this unit plan is through the use of iPads and their many apps. For the visual student, I would create engaging experiences so that way they can see what's going on. Tutorials through Khan Academy, evaluating expressions using a calculator so that way they can see how the values change. The kinesthetic learners, while often neglected in the math classroom, have great abilities here. One of my personal favorites is using virtual pan scales to balance out an equation, or using Algebra Touch for mastery of solving equations. Verbal students benefit from talking things out, so activities using SoundCloud and EduCreations truly allow them to vocalize their learning to their peers and demonstrate what they know. Musical students benefit from things with music or patterns, so MindMeister allows them to group the concept maps in the way they need to. iMovie, GarageBand, and Everyday Looper are aspects for the summative assessment, so that way they can incorporate something musically into their final project. The naturalist benefits from being outside, so cameras of natural objects to see whether they are like terms is an excellent idea. MindMeister allows them to group things, and Quizlet allows them to do that too via flashcards. The logical student prefers to have things systematically broken down, so things like Nearpod and Edpuzzle are really beneficial as they lay out tutorials or presentations in a specific format and give students the ability to practice along the way. Intrapersonal students benefit from being reflective. So things like MindMeister and Haiku Deck are really beneficial for that because they can focus on what they are thinking and what they are learning before posting it and putting it out there. Interpersonal students benefit from things like Google Docs and Collabrise Classroom, where Google Docs allows for students to work on the same document at the same time, and Collabrise Classroom is a safe forum for the classroom so students can work on their interactions with each other and demonstrate what they know and ask questions. Now for the final project, to put it all together. This summative assessment deals with every single multiple intelligence in the construction of its product. Now, the idea of this summative assessment is to pull everything that the students have worked on together to create a formula or a literal equation based upon a word problem they've thought of, then to manipulate that literal equation for every variable, and then show how to solve a specific word problem to solve for a specific variable given certain other information. Then they are allowed to get very creative. Students will work to create projects that are absolutely unique to them. While all of these will be film submissions, digital video, the products can be unique, ranging from a book, or a music video, or a skit, or artwork, or even screencasting. Nothing is off limit to the students as long as it is a creative representation of what they are doing. That gives them the ability to narrate and discuss and demonstrate. I am okay with any format, including ones that I have not listed, as long as the students approach me about it. This product engages all multiple intelligences because all students then can put together something that they are proud of and will remember because it fits their unique multiple intelligences. So in short, students need involvement, activity, challenges, curiosity, responsibility, and initiative. They need that motivation to become the very best that they can be. But most of all, learning should be fun. Thank you, and this has been my unit plan.